What is going on, YouTube? Thank you for coming back to another episode of Scattered Brilliancy. My name is Travis and I am your host for this touchy subject. Based on the title, you can already kind of tell what this is going to be about. And I wasn't even really sure if I wanted to even talk about this, just because I know people feel some type of way when people make videos and people comment on something that does not, excuse me, my mustache is tickling my nose. When people make comments on something that does not directly affect them. And this is something that does not affect me because, for number one, I have no children, and for number two, I'm not a woman. But seeing as how this is my YouTube channel, I feel like I can comment on it. And I want to preface by saying, you know, this is not to bash anybody. This is not to disrespect anyone, nor is this to expose anyone. But this is something that I've always kind of had private thoughts about that I just wanted to talk about on this channel and kind of get a dialogue, if a dialogue even gets started. Single motherhood, honestly, is one of the saddest things that I've seen that does not seem like it's gonna slow down anytime soon. You know, I was trying to look up statistics to really know exactly what is the statistic for 2015, even though we're only you know, almost a month in, just to kind of find out what's the most recent statistic that I could find, but I ain't really tried that hard to find anything. So based on the Legal Momentum, the Women's Legal Defense and Education Fund, this was just a snapshot 2014 edition about single parenthood in the United States. And what it says is that most single parents are single mothers. I think that's something we all knew. It says in 2013, 77% of single parents were single mothers, and 85% of children living with a single parent were living with their mother. And I won't get into the other statistics, but I think I saw that 13.7 million women are single parents. Something along those lines. Either way is a big number. And it, like I say, it makes me sad just because not all of these cases could have been prevented. But there are your handful. There is your handful. There is your handful. There is your handful that could have been prevented. And that's what this video is about. This video is about the women who are now single parents and who have chosen to bash, I swear my mustache is really getting on my nerves, who have chosen to bash the guy that they're with, and just so much I want to say, but I feel like I can't. Is it your fault that you're a single mother? That is really the question that I'm posing, because I know plenty of single mothers and I know their situations and I know, you know, the things that they've been through. Does that mean that I agree with everything they've been through? No. Does that mean that I blame them for everything that they've been through? No, it doesn't. But I believe the first step in really having this discussion on single parenthood is women and men taking responsibility for the things that they've done and the choices that they have made that have led to their current circumstances and their situations. I said in a YouTube video a long time ago that I think people are too present-minded, in that many people don't think about what tomorrow and next week and next month and next year is really going to bring. People don't make decisions, you know, for that. People make decisions just based off impulse, based off euphoria, based off how they feel right now, not understanding that the future is coming whether you're ready or not. You know, these 24 hours, they're going to roll regardless of how you feel, and there's no way to stop them. So if you know that time is happening and it's coming, and tomorrow and next week and all that is coming, why are you not preparing for that? You know, nothing makes me more mad than to see a woman talking junk about a man she knew wasn't ish when she met him. And now you're choosing to talk junk about the fact that he's a no good father. Why now? You know, that's the kind of things, those are the kind of questions that I want to ask. Why is it now that you're just now waking up and realizing that he ain't about nothing, when people have been trying to tell you that from the beginning? You know, I feel like almost all my videos are all the same because I feel like it's the same message. If people would just pay attention to the signs in the beginning of situations, they could really save themselves a whole lot of trouble. Really, you could. But the one thing that seems to be the common thread that got you all in the same boat is sex. I mean, that's the only way, for the most part. We're not talking about rape, but sex is, as far as I know, the only way a woman can get pregnant. You know, I'm not gonna do it on camera, but you understand what has to happen for somebody to get pregnant. So it'll never make any sense to me why people act surprised when they turn up pregnant. Why are you upset when you turn up pregnant? Those are the present-minded decisions that people make, that they don't have any regard for what's gonna happen tomorrow. People are so anxious to get, I can't say that. People are so anxious to get them some and to get off that they don't care what the consequences of their actions are gonna bring. What you gotta understand, ladies, is that every time you choose to lay down with a guy who isn't about anything, you run the risk of bringing a child in this world with a man who isn't about anything. You think that that was common sense, but it's not. Stop having sex with every man that you meet. Stop believing every lie that they tell when all the facts don't add up. Now, right now, I'm not talking about women who are married and who are separated or divorced and, you know, single mothers, or who unfortunately the father passed. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the women who were in a relationship with the man, who was sneaking around with the man even though he was with somebody else, who were the side chicks, who thought that having the baby was gonna keep him around. Those are the women that I'm talking to. You look dumb. You look foolish and you look stupid. And I'm sorry that nobody around you is telling you how dumb you look. To lay down with the man who's not at the least, your boyfriend is a dumb thing to do in my book. Fellas, to lay down with a girl who's not at least your girlfriend is a dumb thing in my book. Casual sex is stupid. It is so stupid, and it gets you in so much trouble when you don't do what you're supposed to do. Condoms have been around for how long? Birth control has been around for how long? And people are still getting pregnant with people they don't really want to get pregnant with? I'm not going to even get on abortion. I'm not going to even go down that road. I probably will never make a video about that because I probably offend so many people. I know a girl who had many abortions, but still continue to lay down and have sex. What the freak did you think the purpose of sex was? Like, why was sex created, people? Why is this such a hard thing for people to wrap their heads around? If you lay down and have sex, there's a potential that you can have a child with somebody that you really don't want to have a child with. A baby is not going to keep a man around who really don't want to be with you. The play that I just did, my character was a womanizer. And there was a line in the play that said, most of my baby mamas knew what the deal was when I got with them. They knew I wasn't looking for anything serious, but they still opened up their legs anyway. If that's not a more accurate statement for what happens every day, there are men out here who are telling women that they don't want anything serious, and women still open up their legs. Now understand that I'm not giving a pass to men. I'm not, downgrading their part in all this or discrediting their part or nothing like this. I'm talking strictly to the women because men know what they're doing. No, their objective is never to have a child, but they know exactly what they're doing when they're manipulating you. They know exactly what they're doing when they're playing mind games on you, when they're lying to you. I don't have to tell them about themselves, because men don't watch these videos trying to get help anyway, so I don't really got to tell them. It's the women who need the help. You need the tools to be able to identify when a man is telling the truth and when he's not. And this is my advice to you. If you ever want to know if a man is lying, just be patient and you'll find out. That's all you can do. Be patient. If you don't feel, and maybe you're just naive, but if you can't feel 100% that this man is telling you the truth, maybe now is not the time to sleep with him. But people think their coochie is gonna keep somebody around. This video is all over the place. Some women, it is your fault that you're the single mother. It is your fault. For some of you, not all, but for some, it is definitely your fault that you're a single mother. Because you made a decision without regard to what's going to happen tomorrow. I know another girl who told me that her man had been cheating on her. And then next thing I look up, she's pregnant by that same man who was cheating on her. How does that happen? How does that happen? How is it that you don't love yourself enough to say no? Love yourself enough to say, get out my house. Love yourself enough to say, I'm not gonna keep putting myself through this. Because what you don't realize is when you bring a baby into this world, that's 18 years, at least. 18 years that you gotta raise up a child. And all you're doing is you're raising up a child to see your circumstance and your situation. And many of these children now think that that's the norm. You can ask plenty of children, they don't think it's normal to have two parents in the house. Do I feel like two parents should be in the house? Yes. Do I feel like you should have children after you're married? Yes. Does that mean that people who have children before marriage are wrong? No. But for myself, I don't plan on having children until after I'm married. And I can be honest right now and say, I don't have any children right now because I've done what I'm supposed to do to not have children. I'm not a virgin, but I don't have any kids. How's what I'm doing any different than what everybody else is doing? Like, people want to act like their situations were so special and so different and that it made a difference. That, whatever. It just gets on my nerves when I see all these single mothers, and then I see countless people just becoming pregnant by people who you know ain't gonna be around, by people you know ain't gonna have your back. And that ain't me telling you to go get an abortion. It's just like, damn, could you make better decisions? I can't tell you what to do with your coochie, but you might want to keep that thing locked down for a little while and get your life together. You know, I think it may go back to self-esteem and those kinds of things. I know I'm stepping on some toes, but just move your feet out the aisle is all I can say. I know women never feel like they want to take the child back, like wish that they never met somebody because they wouldn't have their child. I know most never feel that way, but it ain't even about wishing you never met them. It takes two people to tango. I'm not talking about rape. It takes two people to do that kind of thing. And it's not fair for you to blame the man because you're a single mother. Because when someone shows you who they are, if he shows you that he ain't about nothing, you have to believe him. There are plenty of dudes out here who are about something. And it's crazy because the guys who are out here and who are about something, they're never the ones who end up in this kind of situation. Not to say they don't have children out of wedlock, but you never see the same kind of stress being put on a woman that a woman goes through who's with a dude who ain't about nothing. Doesn't mean somebody's talking about me, or doesn't mean I'm being nosy because my nose is itching. It's sad. It's really sad. Because it's like I want to tell you so bad look so dumb. But I can't, because that's mean. Women, be more selective with who you giving your cookie to. Be more selective. Think things through. Why is it that nobody ever just is like, do I really want to maybe be tied to you for 18 years before you lay down with a man? Why is it nobody thinks about that? And if you did think about it, how did you end up pregnant? I know single motherhood is much more accepted now, but for me it's still just sad. It's so sad to see a woman who's a single mother. Side note, you're not a single mother if the man is still like giving you money for the child. That does not make you a single mother. You're co-parenting. Some of y'all women are real dumb because you're calling yourself a single mother, but he's still paying child support. You're not a single mother. No, if he's paying, he's supporting in some way, so you're not single. Stop saying that. Stop trying to get a pity party. You ain't a single mother. I want this as bad as I'm saying this because I'm a man. I ain't got no kids, so I can't say it. Y'all leave y'all comments down below. What do y'all think about single mothers? I'm not talking about, their ability to raise children. I'm not talking about that. I'm not saying that a man has to be in the home. I'm not saying that a woman can't do it by herself. I'm just talking about the steps that led up to you being in that situation. That's what I'm talking about. Oh well, I think I'm done. I don't even know if I got my point across because people who need to see this already got kids. But if I can maybe prevent one of you younger women out there from making a mistake, I will. If you feel like you just gotta have sex, wrap it up. Every time. Get on birth control. Or just abstain. If you abstain from sex, you can't get pregnant. Oh, and let's not even talk about the women who get off birth control on purpose to try to trap a guy. Trifling. I think it's so trifling that women do that. I've been talking for way too long. Nothing more trifling than a woman who purposely stops taking her birth control and tries to pretend like she didn't stop taking it because she wanted to trap him. And whatever, y'all leave y'all comments below. And I'll talk to y'all later. Rate, comment, subscribe, like all that kind of stuff. Y'all will be getting another video real soon. I'll talk to y'all later.